I want you to go and look in your medicine cabinet, or your mother's or your father's. I'd bet money there's a bottle of calcium in there. Big tablets taken faithfully every morning for years, because someone somewhere said it was the thing you do for your bones once you get older. Now here's the uncomfortable question. If calcium pills worked the way we've all been told, then bone thinning should be getting rarer every year. We take more supplements than any generation in history. So why are weak, fragile bones and life-changing fractures more common than ever among older adults? The answer is one of the most important things I can teach you about your body, and almost nobody says it plainly. So let me say it. The calcium myth isn't that calcium is bad. It isn't. The myth is the belief that swallowing calcium is the same as building bone. It isn't. Not even close. And for some people, taking it the wrong way may quietly be doing more harm than good. In the last video, I showed you that your bones are alive and that they're built by demand. Today, I'm going to show you why the pill so many people lean on is, at best, a small piece of the puzzle, and what actually gets calcium out of the bottle and into the bone where it belongs. Stay with me. By the end, you may look at the bottle very differently. Let me give you a picture of how the myth plays out. I think of a man named Frank. Did everything he was told. Big calcium tablet every morning, glass of milk with dinner, for the better part of 20 years. He was sure his bones were handled. Then a minor slip on a wet step broke his wrist, and the scan that followed showed bones far weaker than anyone expected. Frank was stunned. He'd taken his calcium. He'd done his part. What nobody had ever told him was that the calcium was almost the only thing he'd gotten right. And on its own, it was never going to be enough. Frank isn't unusual. He's the rule. Let's start with what calcium even is in the story of your bones. Last time I gave you a picture, calcium is the brick. Your skeleton is built largely from a calcium mineral, so yes, you genuinely need enough calcium coming in every day your whole life. There's no argument there. If you're badly short on calcium, your body will actually pull it back out of your bones to keep your heart and muscles running, because those come first. So a real shortage is a real problem. But here's where the myth takes hold. We hear, you need calcium for your bones. And our minds quietly turn that into more calcium equals more bone. And that second sentence simply isn't true. Remember the bricks on the driveway. A pile of bricks is not a wall, no matter how big the pile gets. Past the point where your body has enough, throwing more bricks at the problem doesn't build you a bigger, stronger skeleton. Your bones aren't short on raw material in the way we imagine. For most people eating anything like a normal diet, frank calcium shortage isn't even the main issue. The issue is everything that happens after the calcium arrives, whether your body can absorb it, whether it knows to put it in bone, and whether anything is telling the bone to build in the first place. A calcium tablet does exactly one thing well. It raises the amount of calcium passing through you for a little while. What it cannot do, what no pill can do, is decide where that calcium ends up. And as you're about to see, that's the part that actually matters. Here's the first thing that bottle won't tell you. You don't absorb most of what's in it. Your gut can only take in so much calcium at one time. Swallow a big dose all at once, and a large share of it simply passes straight through you and goes to waste. Your body can't use it that fast. This is why taking one giant tablet in the morning is one of the least effective ways to do it, even if the number on the label looks impressive. And it gets harder with age, which is the cruel twist. The very people most often told to load up on calcium, older adults, are the ones whose bodies absorb it least well. As we get older, the gut becomes less efficient at pulling calcium from what we swallow. So the pill is working against a tide that's already running the wrong way. Now compare that to calcium that comes in food. It's in a meal. When calcium arrives the way nature intended, spread through a plate of real food, alongside protein and fat and all the other nutrients, your body handles it far more gracefully. It comes in slowly in amounts your gut can actually manage, with the helpers it needs riding alongside it. A serving of yogurt, a piece of canned fish with the soft bones in it, a handful of leafy greens, a bit of cheese. Your body knows exactly what to do with calcium delivered like that. It rarely knows what to do with a sudden flood of it from a tablet. So the first crack in the myth is simple. The number on the bottle is not the number that reaches you. And the slow, food-shaped way of getting calcium beats the big dose pill almost every time. Now you might be thinking, what about milk? Isn't that the original bone food, the one we've been told about since we were children? It's a fair question, and the honest answer is milk is fine, but it was never magic. A glass of milk is a perfectly good source of calcium delivered the slow, food-shaped way we just talked about. But notice the trap. Drink your milk for strong bones quietly became the whole plan for millions of people. As if dairy by itself settled the matter. It doesn't. Plenty of people who drink milk every day still lose bone because milk gives you calcium and not much of the rest of the team. And if your body doesn't agree with the dairy, and many older adults don't, you've lost nothing essential because leafy greens, beans, canned fish, and a dozen other foods deliver calcium too. So enjoy your milk if you like it. Just don't mistake it for the finish line. It's one food on a much bigger plate. Now we come to the part that genuinely worried a lot of doctors, and that you deserve to know about. I told you a pill can't decide where calcium ends up. So where does the extra go if it isn't being escorted into your bones? Some of it leaves the body, but some of it, when there's a sudden excess in the blood and nothing guiding it home, can settle in the soft tissues where you absolutely do not want it. Most importantly, in the walls of your arteries. Your bones and your arteries are, in a strange way, in a quiet competition for that calcium. You want it hardening your skeleton. You very much do not want it hardening your blood vessels, because stiff calcified arteries are part of how heart trouble develops. And here's the thing about a big calcium pill. It can spike the calcium in your blood quickly all at once, exactly the condition where it's most likely to drift to the wrong address. This is why, when researchers took a hard look at people taking high-dose calcium supplements on their own, some studies raised a real concern. They weren't clearly preventing the fractures everyone hoped for, and there were signals, debated, but serious enough to pay attention to, about heart risk. Now, I want to be fair and careful here, because the science is still argued over, and you should always talk to your own doctor. But the headline is sound, and it's enough to act on. Piling in large doses of isolated calcium with none of its partners is not the safe, simple win it was sold as. It may move the calcium in exactly the wrong direction. Calcium from food, by the way, does not carry this worry. It's specifically the big, isolated, swallowed dose that's under the cloud. Which brings us to the real question. What actually escorts calcium into bone and keeps it out of your arteries? Calcium never works alone. It has a team. And the myth is so harmful precisely because it puts all the attention on one player and ignores the ones who actually do the building. Let me introduce the team. First, vitamin D. Think of vitamin D as the key that unlocks the door. Without enough of it, your gut simply cannot absorb the calcium you eat, no matter how much you take in. The door stays shut and the calcium walks on by. A huge number of older adults are low in vitamin D, especially in winter, because aging skin makes far less of it from sunlight than young skin does. If you fix nothing else, getting your vitamin D into a healthy range may do more for your bones than any calcium tablet ever will. Second, and this is the one almost nobody has heard of, vitamin K2. If vitamin D is the key that lets calcium in, K2 is the traffic officer who tells that calcium where to go. K2 activates the proteins that grab calcium and pack it into your bones and just as importantly helps keep it out of your arteries. It's the missing escort. Calcium plus vitamin D gets the calcium into your body. K2 helps make sure it ends up in the right place once it's there. Third, magnesium. Magnesium is the quiet partner working behind the scenes. Your body needs it to use vitamin D properly and to run the whole bone building operation. Many people are quietly short on it. And fourth, the one that will surprise you most, protein. We think of bone as pure mineral, but it isn't. Roughly half of your bone's volume is a protein framework, a living scaffold of collagen, And the calcium mineral is packed onto that scaffold. No scaffold, nowhere to put the mineral. This is why older adults who don't eat enough protein lose bone faster. They're starving the frame itself. The calcium has nothing to attach to. Look at that team again. Vitamin D, K2, magnesium, protein, and the calcium. 5 players. The myth obsesses over one of them and forgets the other 4. Is it any wonder the pill alone has disappointed? So let's turn all of this into something you can actually use, starting today. And the theme is simple. Food first, partners always, pills only with care. Food first. Aim to get most of your calcium from your plate, not a bottle. Spread across your meals, not in one big hit. Yogurt and cheese, canned fish with the soft bone still in, leafy greens, beans. Eaten this way, calcium arrives slowly, with his team riding along. This is the single biggest shift most people can make, and it costs you nothing but a little attention at the grocery store. Partners always. Get your protein at every meal. This matters more than most older adults realize, and we'll devote a whole video to the plate. Get sensible sunlight and ask your doctor about a simple blood test for vitamin D, because low D is common and easy to fix. Consider the foods rich in K2 and magnesium. Again, more on the full plate in a coming video, and pills only with care. If you and your doctor decide you do need a calcium supplement, and some people genuinely do, the safer way is a smaller dose taken with a meal, not one giant tablet on an empty stomach. Smaller with food, alongside its partners. And please, before you add or change any supplement, talk it through with your own doctor, especially if you have any heart history. This is guidance, not a prescription, and your doctor knows your body. The goal isn't to fear calcium. It's to stop treating a pill as the whole answer. Step back and you can see the shape of the mistake. The calcium myth survives because it's comforting. It turns a big, slightly frightening problem, your bones quietly weakening, into one tiny, easy action. Swallow a pill, feel safe, move on. We love answers that small, but your bones don't care what's comforting. They respond to reality. And the reality is this. Calcium is necessary, but nowhere near sufficient. It needs its team to be placed correctly. And even then, even with every nutrient perfect, there's still one thing missing. The thing from our last video, the master signal that tells your bones to take all those raw materials and actually build. Without it, you can have every nutrient in the world and still lose bone. With it, your body finally has a reason to use everything you're giving it. That signal is load, demand. And in the very next video, I'm going to show you exactly what kind of movement sends it. The one type of exercise proven to add bone after 60, done safely, even if you've never lifted a thing in your life. So here's your one shift for today. Stop asking, am I taking enough calcium? And start asking, is my body actually able to use it? Food first, the whole team. Pills only with care and only with your doctor. Do that, and you've already left the myth behind. Next time, the missing signal. The movement that tells your bones to build. It's gentler than you think, and it works at any age. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.